All right, on this podcast episode, I really talk about the different ways that you can become financially free with real estate, but also I compare different real estate strategies like flipping, rentals, short-term rentals, the BRRRR method, pad splits, but also other business opportunities like buying businesses or franchises. Now, I can talk about this firsthand because I've done so many different strategies myself, and some work better than ours. Others, some don't work at all, and some actually work really great. So I kind of talk through the pros and cons because there's so many different things that you can do to become financially free, and hopefully this will help you make better decisions. Whatever strategy you're looking at, you gotta create clarity for yourself, okay? You gotta be clear on what you want. And I wasn't clear on what I wanted either. I did want financial freedom, but I wasn't really clear about what that meant. In other words, I thought that getting into the franchise business, it was my ticket to financial freedom. And it was, but I didn't consider the downside. I didn't consider any kind of market risk. I didn't consider operational risk. What if my guy were to leave, right? I didn't consider any of that. I just looked at my spreadsheet and the numbers and they were fantastic. I could scale this to 20 units and print money, right? And so same thing for my flipping business, right? Flipping business, it was super lucrative, but I didn't realize the fact that it's a lot of work to actually flip houses. If you're not constantly buying and fixing and selling, you're not making money. So I wanted financial freedom, but I didn't really clear about what that meant. So what I'm telling you is if you want financial freedom, whatever you're looking at, whatever strategy you're evaluating, look at it from a lens of how scalable is it? Can I grow this? Like, can I really build wealth? Can I make $1 million+ with this? And number two, can I do it without having to work harder? So what I mean by that in multifamily, for example, I can buy a building, whatever it is, a 50-unit building. And yes, it's a lot of work to close it. And then 90 days, you're getting a proper manager. And it's a lot of work, okay? But it's not a lot more work than doing a BRRRR strategy, right? When you're buying a house, you still got to do your due diligence, you got to do inspection, and then you got to do a bunch of work, find a tenant, and then refinance. Still a lot of work, okay? And so with an apartment building, the difference is that you just have a more professional, a bigger team to help you do heavy lifting, which you don't need so much on a single family house. The point is this. So when you buy a multifamily, there's quite a bit of work involved, but then after about 60, 90 days, when it quiets down because your property manager has got it. Therefore, now it frees you up to do it again, right? And then you do it again and again and again. And this is how you can really build massive wealth. So you can actually scale our portfolio with a relatively small team. I mean, we have $300 million in real estate. We have a team of 6 and a couple of VAs, right? So you can probably build a $100 million portfolio with you and a partner and a VA or two, right? So if I had a $100 million franchise, I'd have a team of 80 people under me, right? So the level of effort, because of the way it's set up, because you have professional property management built into the business model, right? Because you're using title companies and attorneys and CPAs, because your revenue is higher, you have more ability to actually hire out all the work. And that's a key component of how passive something is. You can achieve scale much more rapidly. And then the last thing is look at the risk, right? Because when I got started in business, I had big old happy years on, and I never even thought about it. And I know that because I was personally signing leases left and right. What could possibly go wrong when I'm getting into the restaurant business, signing a 10-year lease, right? It never occurred to me that if something were to go wrong and I couldn't pay my rent anymore, that they could actually, they could come after me personally. They could literally take my cars, my houses, and my firstborn, right? I had no idea. I didn't even try to negotiate that out. I didn't even try to limit it in any way. I just happily signed 8 leases in total, which is wild, right? So really look at the downside. Look at particularly the market risk, the legislative risk like we talked about it earlier. And we talked about the operational risk as well. How can you mitigate those things? Some things you can't control. You can't control the market risk per se. You can't really control the legislative risk per se. You can if you get into a strategy that's been around for a little while, that's been tested in the courts, for example. So really look at it from a risk perspective as well. What could go wrong? How long has the strategy been working? Or is this kind of a new strategy? And then maybe you in your mind, you classify it as something a little more speculative. Maybe you're like, oh, I got a 5-year runway. But just make sure you go in there with your eyes open. So those are some of the things to think about as you're evaluating different real estate strategies and different business opportunities. So hopefully you found that helpful as you're trying to figure out, hey, what can I do to become more financially free and quit whatever I'm doing and build generational wealth? So if you want to take the next step with financial freedom in real estate, then check out our resources on thefreedompodcast.com. On that page, if you're just new and you want to learn about multifamily investing, then check out our free masterclass. It's called Apartments 101. It's a 45-minute free training course. If you're like, I really really want to get started with this stuff, but I could use some help, then why don't you book a call with us and let's explore working together with our experienced team to help you get into the business and get started yourself. So that's all at thefreedompodcast.com. I appreciate your time here being on here today. I'll catch you on the next episode.